The leading Dutch Golden Age painters, Jan Steen. In the bustling world of Dutch Golden Age painting, one artist stands out for his lively and often humorous depictions of everyday life, Jan Steen. Born in Leiden, the Netherlands in 1626, Steen grew up during a time of great cultural and economic prosperity in the Dutch Republic. This was an era when the Netherlands was a major center of trade, commerce, and art, and the country's thriving middle class provided fertile ground for artists like Steen to flourish. As a young man, Steen was exposed to the vibrant artistic scene of his hometown, which boasted renowned painters such as Rembrandt van Rijn and Gerard Terborch. He likely received his early artistic training in Leiden, possibly studying under Deuch, whose meticulous technique and intimate genre scenes would later influence Steen's own work. Steen's early years were marked by artistic experimentation and a keen interest in depicting scenes of everyday life. He was particularly drawn to the bustling interiors of taverns, inns, and households, where he found ample material for his paintings. Steen's keen observation of human behavior, combined with his playful sense of humor, would become hallmarks of his style. In 1648, Steen moved to Haarlem, where he further developed his skills as a painter and became associated with the influential Haarlem School of Painting. It was during this time that Steen began to establish himself as a leading artist, producing a wide range of works that captured the spirit of Dutch domestic life. Throughout his career, Steen's paintings reflected his deep understanding of human nature and his keen sense of observation. His scenes are filled with lively characters engaged in all manner of activities, from feasting and drinking to merrymaking and mischief. Yet beneath the surface humor, Steen often infused his works with moralizing themes, offering subtle commentary on the foibles and follies of human behavior. Steen's legacy extends beyond his own artistic achievements. He also played a role in shaping the next generation of Dutch painters. His studio in Haarlem became a gathering place for aspiring artists, and he counted renowned painters such as Adrien van Ostade and Gabriel Metsu among his pupils. One of the defining features of Jan Steen's style is his remarkable attention to detail. His compositions are filled with a multitude of elements, each carefully rendered to convey the richness and complexity of everyday life in 17th century Holland. Whether portraying bustling households, festive celebrations, or intimate gatherings, Steen's paintings are teeming with activity, inviting viewers to explore the intricacies of each scene. Steen's use of light and color is another hallmark of his style. He employs a rich palette of hues, often juxtaposing vibrant tones with subtle variations in shadow and tone to create depth and dimensionality. This dynamic interplay of light and color lends a sense of liveliness and vitality to Steen's compositions, enhancing their visual appeal and drawing the viewer into the scene. Central to Steen's genre paintings and his astute observation of human behavior and social dynamics. With a keen eye for detail and a subtle sense of satire, Steen captures the quirks, foibles, and idiosyncrasies of his characters, infusing his works with humor and wit. Whether depicting scenes of domestic bliss, rapacious taverns, or moralizing allegories, Steen's paintings offer a view into the joys, sorrows, and absurdities of everyday life. In addition to his skillful renderings of human figures, Jan Steen also excelled in depicting architectural elements and landscapes. His settings are meticulously detailed, providing a richly textured backdrop against which the dramas of everyday life unfold. From rustic cottages to grand interiors, Steen's settings serve not only as physical environments, but also as narrative devices, enriching the storytelling aspect of his paintings. His most renowned paintings are The Merry Family, 1668. Depicting a chaotic scene of revelry in a crowded household, The Merry Family is quintessential Jan Steen. In this painting, Steen offers a humorous yet insightful commentary on the joys and challenges of family life. The composition is filled with rich details, from the disarrayed room to the expressive faces of the characters. Despite the apparent chaos, there is a sense of warmth and camaraderie among the family members, highlighting Steen's ability to capture the complexities of human relationships. The Feast of St. Nicholas, 1665. The Feast of St. Nicholas, Steen presents a festive scene of children eagerly awaiting gifts from St. Nicholas. This painting offers a fascinating glimpse into Dutch holiday traditions of the time, with the figure of St. Nicholas serving as a central symbol of generosity and goodwill. Steen's meticulous attention to detail and vibrant use of color bring the scene to life, evoking the excitement and anticipation of the holiday season. The Dissolute Household, 1663. The Dissolute Household is a satirical portrayal of a disorderly household where indulgence and excess reign supreme. Steen's keen observation of human behavior is on full display in this painting as he exposes the vices and follies of his characters with wit and humor. Through subtle details and symbolic imagery, Steen critiques the moral laxity of his time, offering a cautionary tale about the perils of hedonism and excess. The Dancing Couple, 1663. In The Dancing Couple, Steen captures the exuberance of a lively dance scene, with a couple joyfully twirling amidst a group of musicians and spectators. This painting radiates energy and movement, showcasing Steen's mastery of composition and his ability to convey the dynamism of a social gathering. Through the depiction of dance, Steen celebrates the simple pleasures of life and the joy of human connection. The Drawing Lesson, 1665 to 1668. The Drawing Lesson offers a glimpse into the world of education and artistic instruction in 17th century Holland. In this painting, a young boy receives drawing lessons from a female tutor while other figures look on attentively. Steen's meticulous attention to detail and a skillful rendering of light and shadow create a sense of intimacy and immediacy, drawing the viewer into the scene. Through this work, Steen celebrates the pursuit of knowledge and the importance of artistic endeavors in Dutch society. Jan Steen passed away in 1679 at the age of 53. While the exact circumstances surrounding his death remain unclear, it is believed that Steen struggled with financial difficulties and health issues in his later years, which may have contributed to his untimely demise. Despite facing adversity, Steen's artistic legacy endured, and his contributions to genre painting continue to be celebrated and admired to this day. Through his richly detailed compositions, keen observation of human behavior, and subtle wit, Steen left an indelible mark on the art world, ensuring that his art would be cherished for generations to come. Though he may have departed this world centuries ago, Jan Steen's paintings remain as vibrant and captivating as ever, a testament to his enduring talent and creative vision. The leading Dutch Golden Age painters, Abraham van Beerin. In the bustling streets of 17th century Holland, amidst the clamor of commerce and the whispers of artistic ambition, Abraham Hendricks van Beerin pursued his passion for painting. Born into obscurity in The Hague, young Abraham's early years were marked by a fervent desire to capture the beauty of the world around him, a world brimming with life and color. Trained under the tutelage of Timon Ernsts, Abraham's journey as an artist began with humble strokes and hesitant brushwork. Initially drawn to the vast expanse of the sea, he found solace in the rhythmic undulations of the waves and the quiet majesty of maritime vistas. As he honed his craft, his canvases came to life with the vibrant hues of sunlit waters and the graceful silhouettes of sailing ships. But it was not until Abraham's encounter with Emermentia Sturkey, his first wife, that his artistic vision truly began to flourish. In the quietude of domestic life, amidst the laughter of their daughters, Abraham found inspiration anew. His palette expanded to encompass the richness of still life, the intricate interplay of light and shadow, form and texture. With the passing of Emermentia, Abraham's world was plunged into darkness. Left to raise 3 daughters on his own, he grappled with loss and loneliness, seeking solace in his art. It was during this period of introspection that he found companionship in Anna van den Quaborn, a fellow painter and kindred spirit. Together, they embarked on a journey of creative exploration, their shared passion igniting a flame of artistic fervor. Under Anna's guidance, Abraham delved deeper into the world of still lifes, his canvases teeming with sumptuous displays of opulence and abundance. Inspired by the works of Peter de Putter, Anna's uncle and a master of fish still lifes, Abraham's paintings evolved into mesmerizing tableaus of gastronomic delight. Yet, despite his growing mastery of the genre, financial hardships continued to plague Abraham's life. Forced to wander from city to city in search of patronage, he roamed from Delft to Amsterdam, from Alkmaar to Gouda, his restless spirit mirrored in the ebb and flow of his artistic fortunes. It was in Overijssel, nestled amidst the verdant countryside near Rotterdam, that Abraham found respite at last. Here, amidst the quietude of pastoral life, he painted with renewed vigor, his brushstrokes infused with the serenity of his surroundings. In the warmth of his home, surrounded by the love of his family, Abraham found peace in his final days. As the sun set on Abraham Hendricks van Bergeron's life, his legacy endured. Though his masterful still lifes, he captured the essence of a bygone era, immortalizing the beauty and bounty of the Dutch Golden Age for generations to come. And though his name may have faded into obscurity, his art lives on, a testament to the enduring power of creativity and the indomitable spirit of the human soul. Among Van Bergeron's most renowned works are his still lifes of fish, which demonstrate his meticulous attention to detail and mastery of composition. Still life with haddocks and plaice is a prime example of his skill in capturing the textures and colors of seafood arranged with precision and care. Through his depictions of fish, Van Bergeron not only showcased his technical proficiency but also celebrated the abundance of the sea, a vital aspect of Dutch culture and a commerce during the Golden Age. Another notable painting by Van Bergeron's is Still Life with Fruit and Lobster, a dazzling composition that juxtaposes the richness of ripe fruits with the indulgence of a lobster, symbolizing wealth and prosperity. In his work, Van Bergeron skillfully combines elements of nature's bounty with symbols of opulence, inviting viewers to contemplate themes of abundance and transience. Van Bergeron's Still Life with Oysters, Lobster, and Silver Taza is another masterpiece that exemplifies his talent for rendering luxurious objects with exquisite detail and realism. In this painting, the gleaming silver taza and lustrous pearls contrast with the rough texture of the oyster shells, creating a sense of tactile richness that engages the viewer's senses. Beyond his depictions of food and luxury objects, Van Bergeron's still lifes often feature elaborate arrangements known as pronksstillevens, or ostentatious still lifes. These compositions typically include an array of precious items such as gold and silver vessels, exotic fruits, and rare flowers, symbolizing the wealth and sophistication of Dutch society during the Golden Age. The leading Dutch Golden Age painters: Ludolph Beusen. Ludolph Beusen, often spelled Bachhusen, was born on December 28, 1630 or 1631 in Emden and passed away on November 7, 1708 in Amsterdam. He is renowned as one of Holland's most popular marine painters alongside Jan van de Kapel and Willem van de Velde the Elder and Younger. While primarily recognized as a marine painter, Ludolph Beusen also delved into biblical themes, portraits, and landscapes. His body of work includes around 600 paintings, along with drawings and etchings. Beusen's upbringing in Emden, a city once flourishing but showing signs of decline by the 16th century, shaped his early years. In 1650, he ventured to Amsterdam, where he joined the Bartolotti Trading Company as a clerk under the leadership of Guillermo Bartolotti. Alongside his clerical duties, Beusen excelled in calligraphy and provided institution in the art form. He embarked on his artistic journey, learning from marine painters Allard van Everdingen and Hendrik Jacobs Dobels around 1651. Influenced by Willem van de Velde the Elder, Beusen's earliest known works date back to 1658. He became a member of the Amsterdam Guild of St. Luke in 1663 and gained recognition when Amsterdam city officials presented a representative painting of the city to the French minister Hugues de Luynes in 1666. After the departure of the Van de Veldes for London in 1672, Ludolph Beusen rose to prominence as Amsterdam and the Netherlands' foremost marine painter. He continued painting until 1707, achieving wealth and status, residing in a house near on the Westerkerk of Herengrat. Despite battling a long illness, he dedicated himself to marine painting, becoming a celebrated figure in European art circles until the 19th century. Beusen's portfolio extended beyond marine scenes to include portraits, landscapes, and biblical themes, totaling 573 paintings. He also produced Griselles and a series of 10 etchings titled Stroom en Zeegeischen, featuring views of rivers and seas, including a depiction of Emden. Throughout his life, Beusen entered matrimony 4 times. His third wife, Alida Griffet, bore him a daughter, Maria, in 1665, while his fourth wife, Anna de Huge, gave him 3 sons, with only Johannes reaching adulthood. Today, descendants of Ludolph Beusen, such as a church historian Jean-Nicolas Beusen van den Berg, continue to thrive in the Netherlands. Ludolph Beusen, a celebrated Dutch painter of the Baroque period, left behind a legacy of stunning marine paintings that continue to captivate audiences around the world. Here are 5 of his most renowned works and their significance. Ships in Distress in a Stormy Sea. This iconic painting epitomizes Beusen's ability to depict the raw power and fury of nature. With masterful brushwork and dynamic composition, Beusen portrays sailing vessels battling tumultuous waves and fierce winds. The painting serves as a dramatic reminder of the perilous conditions faced by sailors at sea and showcases Beusen's skill in capturing the intensity of maritime storms. Dutch merchant vessels off the coast. In this masterpiece, Beusen offers a glimpse into the bustling maritime trade of the Dutch Republic during the Golden Age. The canvas teems with activity as merchant skips navigate coastal waters, their bellowing sails illuminated by the soft glow of the sunlight. Beusen's meticulous attention to detail and vibrant portrayal of Dutch naval power highlight the prosperity and vitality of the era. Sunset at Sea. Beusen's mastery of light and atmosphere is evident in this captivating scene of a sunset over the ocean. With subtle shifts in color and tone, he creates a sense of serenity and tranquility, inviting viewers to bask in the beauty of nature's twilight hour. Sunset at Sea showcases Beusen's ability to evoke emotion and capture the ephemeral beauty of the maritime landscape. Naval Battle Scene. This dynamic painting depicts a fierce naval battle, complete with billowing smoke, crashing waves, and towering ships engaged in combat. Beusen's attention to detail and vivid portrayal of action make the scene come alive, transporting viewers to the heart of the battle. The painting serves as a testament to Beusen's skill in capturing the drama and intensity of historical maritime conflicts. Harbor View with Fishing Boats. In this tranquil scene, Beusen offers a glimpse into everyday life in a bustling harbor. Fishing boats bob gently on the water, while figures go about their daily routines along the quayside. Through his sensitive portrayal of light and shadow, Beusen infuses the scene with a sense of quietude and nostalgia, inviting viewers to reflect on the timeless charm of coastal communities. Through these 5 masterpieces, Ludolph Beusen not only immortalized the maritime heritage of the Dutch Republic, but also captured the timeless beauty and drama of the sea. His paintings continue to inspire awe and admiration, serving as a testament to his enduring legacy as one of the greatest marine painters of the Baroque era. Ludolph Beusen, as a renowned Dutch painter of the Baroque period, didn't leave behind a plethora of documented statements or quotes. However, his artistic legacy speaks volumes through his breathtaking marine paintings. While there are no widely recognized verbal quotes attributed to Beusen, his works convey powerful narratives to evoke deep emotions through his mastery of light, composition, and the depiction of maritime scenes. Beusen's paintings often speak for themselves, offering viewers a window into the dynamic and sometimes perilous world of seafaring during the Dutch Golden Age. Through his brushstrokes, he captured the essence of maritime life, conveying the beauty, drama, and majesty of the sea. While his words may not have been widely recorded, his artistic expressions continue to resonate with audiences worldwide, transcending language barriers and speaking to the universal human experience of awe and wonder in the face of nature's grandeur. The leading Dutch Golden Age painters. Gerard Terborch. In the serene landscapes of the Dutch Golden Age, amidst the bustling cities and tranquil countryside, emerged a painter whose mastery of light, detail, and emotion captured the essence of his time. His name was Gerard Terborch, a visionary artist whose works continue to captivate audiences centuries after his lifetime. Born in Zwolle in the Netherlands in 1617, Gerard Terborch came of age during a period of great cultural and economic prosperity in the Dutch Republic. The 17th century was a time of burgeoning trade, scientific inquiry, and artistic innovation, and Terborch was immersed in this vibrant atmosphere from a young age. Raised in a family of artists, he inherited a passion for painting and a keen eye for observation. From his earliest years, Terborch displayed a remarkable talent for capturing the nuances of human expression and interaction. His keen sense of composition and attention to detail set him apart from his peers, earning him recognition as a prodigy in the local art community. Under the guidance of his father, Gerard Terborch the Elder himself, a respected painter, young Gerard honed his skills and developed his signature style. As he matured, Terborch's artistic vision evolved, drawing inspiration from the works of Dutch masters such as Rembrandt, Van Rijn, and Frans Halls. He also found influence in the elegant courtly scenes of the Flemish Baroque painter Anthony van Dyck, whose refined portraiture and rich color palette left a lasting impression on Terborch's work. Throughout his life, Terborch's artistry flourished, and he gained renown for his exquisite genre paintings depicting scenes of everyday life, often set against sumptuous interiors or tranquil outdoor settings. His meticulous attention to detail and ability to convey emotion through gesture and expression earned him admiration and patronage from across Europe. Terborch's legacy extends beyond his own remarkable achievements as an artist. His studio in Deventer became a hub of artistic activity, attracting aspiring painters eager to learn from the master. Among his pupils were some of the most talented artists of the next generation, including Caspar Netschier and Gabriel Metsu, who would go on to make significant contributions to Dutch art in their own right. Terborch's style is characterized by meticulous attention to detail, refined composition, and a subtle use of color and light. He had a remarkable ability to capture the texture of fabrics, the play of light on surfaces, and the nuances of facial expressions, which imbued his paintings with a sense of realism and depth. One of the defining features of Terborch's style is his emphasis on narrative storytelling within his compositions. His genre scenes often depict intimate moments of daily life, such as elegant gatherings, domestic interiors, and outdoor leisure activities. Through careful composition and subtle gestures, Terborch was able to convey complex emotions and interpersonal relationships, inviting viewers to engage with the narrative unfolding before them. In addition to his skillful rendering of figures and settings, Terborch was also a master of chiaroscuro, the technique of using contrasts of light and shadow to create depth and drama in a painting. His careful manipulation of light and shadow added a sense of atmosphere and mood to his works, enhancing their emotional impact. Terborch's influence extended beyond his technical mastery to his innovative approach to subject matter and composition. He was one of the first Dutch artists to focus on depicting scenes of everyday life with a sense of dignity and refinement, elevating the genre of genre painting to new heights and sophistication. His use of asymmetrical compositions, dynamic poses, and subtle symbolism further distinguished his work and set him apart from his contemporaries. His most renowned paintings are The Suitor's Visit. The Suitor's Visit is perhaps one of Terborch's most famous works, depicting a scene of courtship and romance in a domestic interior. The paintings portray a young woman seating at a table while a gentleman leans in, presumably to woo her. The tension and anticipation between the figures are palpable, as Terborch masterfully captures the delicate nuances of their interactions. The painting serves as a timeless portrayal of love, courtship, and social customs in the 17th century Dutch society. The Concert, Terborch offers viewers a glimpse into the leisure activities of the upper class. The painting features a group of elegantly dressed figures engaged in a musical performance with instruments scattered around the room. The soft lighting and intimate setting evoke a sense of harmony and refinement, inviting viewers to share in the pleasure of the moment. Through his meticulous attention to detail and sensitive portrayal of human expression, Terborch captures the essence of camaraderie and the artistic appreciation. The Gallant Conversation exemplifies Terborch's talent for capturing the nuances of social interaction. The painting depicts a group of elegantly dressed figures engaged in conversation, their gestures and expressions conveying a sense of wit and sophistication. Terborch's use of chiaroscuro and subtle tonal variations add depth and drama to the scene, while his attention to detail brings the character to life. The painting serves as a testament to Terborch's skill in depicting the complexities of human relationships and social dynamics. The Paternal Admonition is a poignant portrayal of family life and paternal authority. The painting features a father seated at a table admonishing his son while the mother looks on with concern. The emotional intensity of the scene is palpable, as Terborch captures the tension between the figures with sensitivity and empathy. Through his careful composition and expressive brushwork, Terborch invites viewers to reflect on themes of discipline, responsibility, and the bonds of family. The Letter. In The Letter, Terborch explores the theme of communication and personal connection. The painting depicts a young woman seated at a table, engrossed in reading a letter, while a gentleman stands nearby awaiting her response. The quiet intimacy of the moment is palpable as Terborch conveys the anticipation and emotional depth of the exchange. Through his nuanced portrayal of gesture and expression, Terborch invites viewers to contemplate the power of written correspondence and its role in fostering human connection. Gerard Terborch died on December 8, 1681, in Deventer, the Netherlands. He was buried in the grot of Lemmenbergenskerk Church in Deventer. The cause of Terborch's death is unknown. He was 64 years old. Terborch's death was a major loss for the art world. He was one of the leading genre painters of the Dutch Golden Age, and his work is celebrated for its realism, its use of light and shadow, and its depiction of everyday life. Terborch's death was also a personal loss for his family and friends. He was a loving husband and father, and he was well liked by his colleagues. Terborch's legacy lives on in his work. His paintings are on display in museums and galleries around the world, and they continue to inspire and delight art lovers of all ages. The leading Dutch Golden Age painters, Adrien Brower. In the bustling artistic landscape of 17th century Flanders, one name stands out for its unique and captivating portrayal of everyday life, Adrien Brower. Born into a world teeming with artistic fervor and cultural dynamism, Brower would leave an indelible mark on the art world with his distinctive style and unparalleled insight into the human condition. Adrien Brower was born around 1605 in the vibrant city of Oudenaarde, located in present-day Belgium. This was a time of great cultural and economic flourishing in the southern Netherlands, with cities like Antwerp and Brussels serving as vibrant hubs of artistic activity. Against this backdrop of prosperity and creativity, Brower's early years were shaped by the rich tapestry of Flemish culture and tradition. From a young age, Brower showed a keen interest in art, and he was fortunate to receive early training from his father, who was also a painter. Under his father's guidance, Brower honed his skills and developed a deep appreciation for the craft of painting. However, it was not long before Brower's talent outgrew the confines of his small hometown, and he set out to seek inspiration and further his artistic education in the bustling metropolis of Antwerp. In Antwerp, Brower found himself immersed in a vibrant artistic community, rubbing shoulders with some of the greatest painters of the day. He studied under the renowned artist Frans Halls, whose bold and expressive style would have a profound influence on Brower's own approach to painting. Brower also drew inspiration from the work of other Flemish masters, such as Adrian van Ostade and David Teniers the Younger, whose depictions of rustic life and peasant scenes would resonate deeply with Brower's own artistic sensibilities. Despite his relatively short life, Brower's impact on the art world was immense. His paintings, characterized by their raw emotion, keen observation, and masterful technique, continue to captivate viewers to this day. From lively tavern scenes to intimate portraits, Brower's work offers a window into the everyday life of 17th century Flanders, capturing the humor, drama, and humanity of his subjects with unparalleled skill and sensitivity. One of the defining features of Brower's artistic style is his ability to capture the essence of everyday life with remarkable realism and attention to detail. He often depicted scenes of peasants engaged in various activities such as drinking, smoking, gambling, and engaging in lively conversations. These scenes were infused with a sense of spontaneity and vitality, as Brower sought to portray the unvarnished reality of life among the lower classes. In terms of technique, Brower was a master of chiaroscuro, the use of light and shadow to create dramatic contrasts and depth in his compositions. He employed bold brushwork and rich earthly palette to evoke the textures and atmosphere of his subject's surroundings. Brower's skillful handling of light and shadow added a sense of drama and intensity to his paintings, drawing the viewer into the scene and imbuing it with a sense of immediacy. Brower's paintings also often featured a strong sense of narrative, inviting viewers to interpret the actions and interactions of the characters depicted. Whether portraying moments of merriment or scenes of hardship, Brower had a keen eye for human behavior and psychology, and his paintings are filled with subtle details and gestures that offer insight into the lives and personalities of his subjects. Another notable aspect of Brower's style is his ability to infuse his paintings with a sense of humor and wit. Many of his works feature comical or absurd situations, and he had a talent for capturing the idiosyncrasies and foibles of human nature with warmth and affection. Brower's humor often served as a commentary on the social and cultural norms of his time, offering a satirical glimpse into the lives of ordinary people. His most renowned paintings are The Bitter Potion. This painting portrays a group of peasants gathered around a table with one man grimacing as he drinks from a cup. The scene is rich with symbolism, suggesting themes of indulgence, excess, and the consequences of overconsumption. Brower's use of facial expressions and body language effectively conveys the raw emotions of his subjects, offering a poignant commentary on the human condition. The Smokers. In this work, Brower depicts a group of men enjoying pipes and tobacco in a dimly lit tavern setting. The painting exudes a sense of camaraderie and relaxation, capturing the convivial atmosphere of a social gathering. Through his masterful use of light and shadow, Brower creates a compelling sense of intimacy, inviting viewers to immerse themselves in the scene and experience the simple pleasures of everyday life. The Flute Player. This painting features a lone musician playing a flute surrounded by a group of attentive listeners. Brower skillfully captures the rhythm and movement of the music, infusing the scene with a sense of harmony and joy. The composition reflects Brower's interest in capturing moments of spontaneity and human connection, highlighting the role of music as a universal language that transcends social barriers. Peasants in a Tavern. In this lively scene, Brower depicts a bustling tavern filled with drinkers engaged in conversation and merriment. The painting offers a vivid portrayal of the 17th century Flemish social life with its bustling atmosphere and colorful characters. Through his keen observation and attention to detail, Brower brings the scene to life, inviting viewers to immerse themselves in the sights and sounds of the tavern. The Merry Company. This painting features a group of revelers enjoying food, drink, and music in a rustic outdoor setting. Brower's use of chiaroscuro and dynamic composition creates a sense of movement and energy, capturing the festive spirit of the occasion. The painting reflects Brower's fascination with scenes of celebration and conviviality, offering a glimpse into the pleasures and pastimes of 17th century Flemish society. Adrien Brower died in January 1638 in Antwerp, Belgium. He was buried on February 1, 1638, at the Carmelite Church in Antwerp. The cause of Brower's death is unknown. He was 32 years old. The leading Dutch Golden Age painters. Frans Halls. Frans Halls was born in Antwerp around 1582 or 1583 during a turbulent period in Dutch history. The 80 Years' War, 1568 to 1648, raged against Spanish rule, and the fledgling Dutch Republic was fighting for independence. Yet, amidst the turmoil, the Netherlands experienced a cultural and economic boom known as the Dutch Golden Age. This period saw a flourishing of art, literature, and science, and Frans Halls would emerge as one of its leading artistic figures. Little is known about Halls' early life. His family moved to Haarlem when he was a child, and he is believed to have apprenticed with the Flemish painter Karel van Mander. In 1610, Halls joined a Haarlem guild of St. Luke, officially establishing himself as a master painter. Halls' early works show the influence of his teachers, as well as the Haarlem Mannerist style. His portraits from this period are characterized by their elongated figure, Mannerist poses, and small heads. However, Halls soon began to develop his own unique style characterized by loose brushwork, bold colors, and dynamic compositions. Halls' mature style is evident in his famous group portraits, such as the Banquet of the Officers of the St. George Civic Guard, 1616, and the Company of Captain Rainier Riel and Lieutenant Cornelius Michaelis Blau, 1637. These works are remarkable for their lively and realistic depiction of the sitters, as well as their innovative use of composition and lighting. Halls enjoyed a successful career in Haarlem, receiving numerous commissions from wealthy patrons. He also trained several apprentices, including his brother Dirk Halls and the renowned portrait painter Adrien van Ostade. Frans Halls died in Haarlem in 1666, leaving behind a rich legacy of paintings that continue to inspire and delight art lovers around the world. Frans Halls was a true master of the Dutch Golden Age, whose innovative style and keen eye for detail captured the essence of his time. His portraits remain timeless testaments to his artistic genius and continued to fascinate and inspire generations of artists and art lovers alike. His most renowned paintings are The Banquet of the Officers of the St. George Civic Guard, 1616. This is one of Hall's most famous and celebrated works. It depicts a group of 20 officers of the St. George Civic Guard, a military company in Haarlem. The painting is notable for its large size, its dynamic composition, and its realistic depiction of the sitters. Each officer is portrayed in a different pose and expression, creating a sense of lively camaraderie. The painting is also significant for its historical value, as it provides a glimpse into the life of the Dutch civic guard during the Golden Age. The Laughing Cavalier. This is one of Hall's most popular portraits. It depicts a young man dressed in fashionable clothing with a broad smile on his face. The painting is notable for its loose brushwork, its bold colors, and its vibrant sense of life. The sitter's identity is unknown, but the painting has been interpreted as a portrait of a wealthy young man enjoying the carefree pleasures of life. The Gypsy Girl, 1628. This is one of Hall's most enigmatic paintings. It depicts a young woman dressed in traditional gypsy clothing, with a mischievous smile on her face. The painting is notable for its use of light and shadow, its atmospheric setting, and its captivating portrayal of the sitter. The woman's identity is unknown, but the painting has been interpreted as a portrait of a gypsy fortune teller or a young woman playing a role. The Family of Willem van Heethuizen. This is one of Hall's most ambitious and complex paintings. It depicts a wealthy Haarlem family, the Van Houthians, posed in front of a landscape. The painting is notable for its large size, its complex composition, and its realistic depiction of the sitters. Each family member is portrayed in a different poise and expression, creating a sense of family unity and love. The painting is also significant for its historical value, as it provides a glimpse into the life of a wealthy Dutch family during the Golden Age. Portrait of a Man with a Cane, 1635. This is one of Hall's most striking portraits. It depicts a middle-aged man dressed in black with a cane in his hand. The painting is notable for its use of light and shadow, its dramatic pose, and its powerful characterization of the sitter. The man's identity is unknown, but the painting has been interpreted as a portrait of a wealthy merchant or a military officer. Hall's early style was influenced by the work of his teachers, as well as the Haarlem Mannerist style. His portraits from the period are characterized by their elongated figures, Mannerist poses, and small heads. However, Halls soon began to develop his own unique style characterized by loose brushwork, bold colors, and dynamic compositions. Halls was a master of brushwork. He used a variety of brushstrokes to create a sense of movement and vitality in his paintings. He also used bold colors to create a sense of drama and excitement. Frans Halls died on August 26, 1666 in Haarlem, the Netherlands. He was buried at St. Babo's Church in Haarlem. The cause of Halls' death is unknown. He was 83 years old. Halls' death was a major loss for the art world. He was one of the greatest portrait painters of all time, and his work is celebrated for its realism, its vitality, and its technical brilliance. Halls' death was also a personal loss for his family and friends. He was a loving husband and father, and he was well liked by his colleagues. Halls' legacy lives on in his work. His paintings are on display in museums and galleries all around the world, and they continue to inspire and delight art lovers of all ages. The leading Dutch Golden Age painters, Marcel de Haas. Alongside Marcel Frederik Hendrik de Haas, his name has been spelled in various ways. Marcel de Haas was the youngest of 5 children born to Jean and Marie Petronella de Haas. His siblings included Jean, a ship engineer in the Dutch Navy, Jacques, a violinist and composer, William F., a landscape painter, as well as Marie Petronella and Maurice. Showing an early interest in seafaring, he received painting lessons from Louis Magier, a renowned maritime painter, after his father's early demise. De Haas pursued his artistic education in the Academy of Fine Arts in Rotterdam and later at the Academy of Fine Arts in The Hague, studying under Johannes Bosboom. He spent a year in London studying contemporary English watercolor painting too. De Haas focused primarily on marine painting from an early age. He found inspiration for his paintings during numerous travels along the coast and aboard ships, including journeys to the English Channel, the north coast of England and Scotland, as well as the French Atlantic coast and the island of Jersey. In 1858, he also embarked on a voyage with the British frigate Everstein to the American East Coast. In 1856, Dutch Queen Sophie of Rutenburg inquired de Haas's painting Dutch fishing boats, and a year later he was appointed as a painter of the Dutch Navy. In 1859, He married the young Englishwoman Catherine A. Miller, with whom he had 3 children, Marie Petronella, Wilhelmina F., and Maurice Frederick Hendrick Jr., who also became a painter. Encouraged by the American Charge d'Affaires in The Hague, August Belmont de Haas relocated to the United States to New York City in 1859, where he remained until his death. After the move, he rented a studio in New York and quickly established himself as a prominent painter, receiving significant commissions. During the Civil War, he painted several ship scenes commissioned by Admiral David Glasgow Farragut. In 1862, he was elected as an associate member of the National Academy Museum and School, and in 1867, as a full member. He exhibited his watercolors annually at the Academy and was one of the founders of the American Watercolor Society in 1866. One of his students was landscape and marine painter James Craig Nicol. He left behind a legacy of captivating artworks that vividly portrayed the maritime world. While it's challenging to definitively list his 5 most famous paintings, several of his works stand out for their significance and impact. Farragut passing the forts at the Battle of New Orleans. This iconic painting captures the pivotal moment during the American Civil War when Admiral David Glasgow Farragut's Union fleet passed Confederate forts to seize control of New Orleans. De Haas's portrayal of the intense naval battle and the determination of Farragut's forces showcases his mastery of capturing dynamic maritime scenes. The Rapids above Niagara. In this masterpiece, De Haas depicts the awe-inspiring natural wonder of the Niagara Falls Rapids. Through his meticulous attention to detail and masterful use of light and shadow, De Haas transports viewers to the thundering waters of Niagara, conveying its majestic power and beauty. Dutch fishing boats. Commissioned by Dutch Queen Sophie of Württemberg, this painting exemplifies De Haas's ability to capture the essence of Dutch coastal life. With skillful brushwork and a keen eye for detail, De Haas portrays the everyday activities of Dutch fishermen and their boats against the backdrop of scene coastal landscapes. Marine scenes. Many of De Haas's most renowned works feature marine scenes, ranging from bustling harbors to expansive seascapes. Through his use of perspective and atmosphere, De Haas brings to life the dynamic energy of the sea, depicting ships battling stormy waves or gliding gracefully across calm waters. Coastal landscapes. De Haas's coastal landscape paintings often showcase rugged cliffs, tranquil beaches, and dramatic seascapes. With a keen sense of composition and an innate understanding of maritime environments, De Haas transports viewers to picturesque coastal settings, inviting them to experience the beauty and serenity of the sea. His painting, Farragut passing the forts at the Battle of New Orleans and the rapids above Niagara, were exhibited at the 1878 World's Fair in Paris and are among the most renowned works. Characteristic of his art are scenes along the coasts and at sea, often depicting storms or windy weather, or even moonlit scenes. De Haas preferred working with oil paint but also utilized watercolor. His contemporaries praised his realistic portrayal of nature and his knowledge of shipbuilding and the oceans. Maurice Frederick Hendrick de Haas continued painting until his death in New York in 1895. While specific quotes from De Haas may not be prevalent in popular culture, his paintings often speak for themselves, conveying his profound appreciation for the sea, ships, and coastal landscapes. His meticulous attention to detail, mastery of light and shadow, and ability to capture the essence of maritime life continue to resonate with viewers around the world. While we may not have notable quotes from De Haas readily available, his paintings themselves serve as a profound expression of his artistic vision and enduring legacy in the realm of marine art. The leading Dutch Golden Age painters, Jacob van Russel. Jacob van Russel was born in the bustling city of Haarlem in the Netherlands during the 17th century, a period known as the Dutch Golden Age. This was a time of unprecedented economic prosperity and cultural flourishing in the Netherlands, marked by a burgeoning art market and a thriving middle class hungry for works of the art to adorn their homes. Growing up in Haarlem, Russel was surrounded by a rich artistic heritage, with the city serving as a hub for painters, poets, and philosophers alike. His father, Isaac van Russel, was himself a talented artist, and it was under his guidance that young Jacob first learned the fundamentals of painting. From an early age, Russel showed a remarkable talent for capturing the beauty of the natural world, a theme that would come to define much of his later work. He was particularly drawn to the rugged landscapes and dramatic skies of the Dutch countryside, finding inspiration in the untamed wilderness that surrounded him. As Russel matured as an artist, he sought out opportunities to expand his knowledge and refine his craft. He studied under the renowned landscape painter Art van Everdingen, whose atmospheric compositions would leave a lasting impression on his own work. Throughout his life, Russel remained deeply influenced by the works of his predecessors, including painters such as Jan van Goyen and Salomon van Russel, who may have been a relative. He also drew inspiration from the writings of the Dutch philosopher Baruch Spinoza, whose ideas about the interconnectedness of nature and spirituality resonated deeply with him. Russel's style is characterized by his ability to capture the majesty and serenity of the natural worlds. He often depicted expansive vistas featuring rugged terrain, dense forests, winding rivers, and towering skies. His compositions typically feature a strong sense of depth and space, with elements such as trees, hills, and buildings carefully arranged to create a sense of perspective and scale. One of the hallmarks of Russel's style is his masterful handling of light and atmosphere. He was adept at capturing the fleeting effects of sunlight breaking through clouds, the play of shadows on the landscape, and the subtle nuances of weather conditions. His skillful use of chiaroscuro and tonal contrast imbued his landscapes with a sense of drama and depth, lending them a powerful sense of mood and atmosphere. In terms of technique, Russel employed a meticulous approach to painting, using fine brushwork and delicate layering to achieve richly textured surfaces and intricate details. His landscapes are often teeming with life, featuring tiny figures engaged in various activities, from working in the fields to sailing on rivers. His most renowned paintings are The Jewish Cemetery, 1655. This haunting depiction of a desolate Jewish cemetery amidst a windswept landscape reflects Russel's fascination with the sublime and the melancholic. The somber atmosphere, with its dark clouds and gnarled trees, evokes a sense of mortality in the passage of time. Yet, amidst the solemnity, there is a profound beauty in the way Russel captures the play of light and shadow, infusing the scene with a sense of spiritual resonance. The Windmill at Wilkbijderssteed, 1670. In this iconic painting, Russel portrays a majestic windmill overlooking a tranquil river landscape. The windmill, with its towering presence, symbolizes the industrious spirit of the Dutch people and their mastery over the forces of nature. Yet, beneath the surface of serenity, there is a sense of dynamism and movement as the windmill's sails turn against the backdrop of a turbulent sky. Russel's meticulous attention to detail and masterful handling of light and shadow imbue the scene with a sense of timelessness. View of Haarlem with bleaching fields, 1670. This panoramic vista of Russel's hometown of Haarlem showcases his unparalleled skill in capturing the Dutch landscape in all its glory. The expansive sky, rendered in shades of blue and gray, serves as a dramatic backdrop to the bustling activity below. The bleaching fields, with their rows of billowing white linen, symbolize the industriousness and prosperity of the Dutch Republic during the Golden Age. Yet, there's also a sense of tranquility and harmony in the way Russel balances the elements of earth, water, and sky. The Forest of Haarlem, 1665. In this immersive woodland scene, Russel transports the viewer into the heart of the Dutch countryside. Towering trees loom overhead, their branches entwined in a dense canopy that filters the sunlight into dappled patterns on the forest floor. The play of light and shadow creates a sense of depth and atmosphere, inviting the viewer to wander deeper into the scene. Russel's meticulous attention to detail, from the gnarled roots of the trees to the moss-covered rocks, imbues the paintings with a sense of naturalistic realism. The Mill at Wilkbijderssteed. Another rendition of the windmill at Wilkbijderssteed, this painting showcases Russel's mastery of composition and perspective. The windmill stands as a sentinel against the vast expanse of sky, its sails catching the breeze in a moment of frozen motion. The surrounding landscape, with its gently rolling hills and meandering river, adds to the sense of tranquility and serenity. Yet there's also a sense of anticipation in the air, as if the windmill is poised to spring to life at any moment. Jacob van Ruisdael died on March 14, 1682 in Haarlem, the Netherlands. He was buried in St. Bavo's Church in Haarlem. The cause of Ruisdael's death was unknown. He was 53 years old. Ruisdael's death was a major loss for the art world, as he is one of the leading landscape painters of the Dutch Golden Age, and his work is celebrated for its realism, its dramatic compositions, and its use of light and shadow. Ruisdael's death was also a personal loss for his family and friends. He was a loving husband and father, and he was well liked by his colleagues. The leading Dutch Golden Age painters, Pieter de Deuch. In the bustling city of Delft, amidst the vibrant art scene of the Dutch Golden Age, emerged one of the most talented painters of his time, Pieter de Deuch. Born in 1629, de Deuch grew up in a period of great cultural and artistic flourishings in the Netherlands. During his formative years, de Deuch would have been surrounded by the works of renowned artists like Johannes Vermeer and Rembrandt van Rijn, who were making significant contributions to the art world. It was in this richly creative environment that de Deuch began to develop his own artistic talents. Little is known about de Deuch's early life, but by the time he reached adulthood, he had already begun to establish himself as a skilled painter. He likely received training in the studio of another artist, possibly Nicolas Berchem or Peter Groenewegen van der Mede, where he would have honed his craft or learned the techniques of the Dutch masters. De Deuch's paintings are characterized by their meticulous attention to detail, use of light and shadow, and ability to capture everyday scenes with remarkable clarity. His mastery of perspective and composition set him apart as a true innovator in Dutch genre painting. Throughout his career, de Deuch painted scenes of domestic life, often depicting interiors of middle-class homes with figures engaged in daily activities. His works offer a glimpse into the social customs and values of 17th century Dutch society, portraying moments of intimacy, leisure, and domestic harmony. De Deuch's paintings also reflect his interest in architecture and spatial relationships, as seen in his meticulous renderings of interior spaces and architectural elements. He often used doorways and windows to create depth and perspective, inviting viewers to step into his meticulously crafted worlds. De Deuch's paintings typically feature interior spaces of middle-class homes, often portraying scenes of everyday life. One of the defining characteristics of his style is his adeptness at capturing the play of natural light within these domestic settings. He skillfully utilizes light to create depth and atmosphere, illuminating interiors with soft, diffused light that filters through windows and doorways. This mastery of light lends his compositions a sense of warmth and intimacy, inviting viewers into the private worlds of his subjects. In addition to his mastery of light, de Deuch is renowned for his meticulous attention to detail in rendering architectural elements and interior furnishings. He carefully depicts the intricate pattern of tiles, rugs, and textiles, as well as the subtle nuances of domestic objects such as furniture, utensils, and household items. These meticulous details not only enhance the realism of his scenes, but also provide insights into the material culture of the 17th century Dutch society. Another hallmark of de Deuch's style is his skillful composition and use of space. He often arranges figures within his compositions to create dynamic relationships and narratives, while carefully balancing the elements of the interior setting. His compositions frequently feature open doorways and windows, which serve as visual frames and conduits for the viewer's gaze, inviting them to explore the spatial depth of the scene. Furthermore, de Deuch's paintings often convey a sense of harmony and tranquility, portraying moments of familial intimacy and domestic bliss. His figures are depicted and engaged in everyday activities such as cooking, reading, or playing music, conveying a sense of domestic routine and comfort. Through his sensitive portrayal of human interactions and emotions, de Deuch captures the essence of Dutch domestic life with remarkable sensitivity and insight. His most renowned paintings are The Bedroom. This iconic painting depicts a tranquil bedroom interior with a woman seated at a table engaged in household tasks. The composition exudes a sense of domestic harmony and quietude, with the soft, diffused light filtering through the window casting a warm glow over the scene. The bedroom exemplifies de Deuch's skillful use of light and space to create a serene atmosphere within the confines of the domestic setting. A Dutch Courtyard. In this painting, Deuch captures a picturesque courtyard scene with figures engaged in various activities. The meticulous attention to architectural detail, including the intricate patterns of the brickwork and the play of light and shadow on the surfaces, demonstrates Deuch's mastery of composition and perspective. A Dutch courtyard is celebrated for its depiction of everyday life in the 17th century Dutch urban setting. A woman and her maid in a courtyard. This painting portrays a woman and her maid engaged in domestic chores within a tranquil courtyard setting. Deuch skillfully renders the architectural elements of the courtyard, including the arched doorway and the tiled floor, with meticulous detail. The interaction between the figures conveys a sense of domestic routine and intimacy, reflecting Deuch's ability to capture the nuances of everyday life. The linen cupboard. In this composition, Deuch depicts a woman sorting linens in a domestic interior illuminated by soft, diffused lights. The painting is notable for its meticulous attention to detail in rendering the textures of the fabrics and the reflective surfaces of the objects. The linen cupboard exemplifies Deuch's ability to imbue mundane domestic scenes with a sense of beauty and tranquility. A woman drinking with two men. This painting portrays a scene of conviviality and social interaction, with a woman seated at a table sharing a drink with two men. Deuch adeptly captures the gestures and expressions of the figures, conveying a sense of camaraderie and relaxation. The painting is celebrated for its depiction of social customs and interpersonal relationships in 17th century Dutch society. Peter Deuch died in or after 1684 in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. The exact date of his death is unknown. He was buried in the Nieuwe Kerk Church of Amsterdam. The cause of Deuch's death is unknown, and he was in his early to mid-50s. Deuch's death was a major loss for the art world. He was one of the leading genre painters of the Dutch Golden Age, and his work is celebrated for its realism, its use of light and shadow, and its depiction of everyday life. The leading Dutch Golden Age painters. Karel Fabritius. Karel Fabritius, born in 1622 in the bustling city of Middenbeemster in the Netherlands, emerged during a time of great artistic innovation and cultural upheaval. The Dutch Golden Age, characterized by flourishing trade, scientific discovery, and artistic achievement, provided the backdrop for Fabritius' formative years. Growing up in a period marked by economic prosperity and cultural vibrancy, Karel was exposed to a diverse array of influences that would shape his artistic development. Under the tutelage of his father, a carpenter and amateur artist, Fabritius honed his skills from a young age, learning the fundamentals of drawing and painting. As a young man, he sought further artistic education studying under the renowned Dutch painter Rembrandt van Rijn of Amsterdam. It was during this time that he absorbed the techniques of his master, developing a keen eye for detail and a mastery of light and shadow that would become hallmarks of his own style. In addition to Rembrandt, Fabritius would also be influenced by the work of his contemporaries, including Johannes Vermeer and Peter Deuch. The rich artistic milieu of the 17th century Holland provided him with ample inspiration as he sought to capture the beauty and complexity of the world around him. His style is often described as refined and innovative, marked by a departure from the traditional techniques of his predecessors. He was among the first artists of his time to experiment with the use of light and perspective in his compositions, employing techniques such as chiaroscuro to create depth and dimensionality in his works. One of his most notable stylistic features is his ability to capture moments of everyday life with remarkable precision and sensitivity. His paintings often depict scenes of domesticity, intimate gatherings, and quiet contemplation, imbuing them with a sense of warmth and humanity. His mastery of color and texture is evident in his handling of his paint, which he applied with a delicate touch and a keen eye for detail. He was particularly skilled at creating lifelike representations of objects and surfaces, from the gleam of metal to the softness of fabric, adding richness and depth to his compositions. In addition to his technical skill, his artistic vision was characterized by a sense of innovation and experimentation. He was unafraid to push the boundaries of traditional painting techniques, exploring new ways of representing space and form to create works that were both visually striking and emotionally resonant. His most renowned paintings are The Goldfinch, perhaps his most famous work. The Goldfinch is a small, exquisitely detailed painting that depicts a chained goldfinch perched on a feeder. The bird's delicate plumage and alert expression are rendered with remarkable precision, capturing the viewer's attention. Symbolically, the goldfinch was associated with Christ's passion and was often depicted in Dutch art as a representation of suffering and redemption. The Sentry. In this painting, he depicts a solitary soldier standing guard outside a fortified building. The figure is bathed in soft, diffused light, creating a sense of quiet contemplation and introspection. The painting's somber mood and careful composition evoke themes of duty, vigilance, and the passage of time. The dismissal of Hagar. This biblical scene depicts the moment when Abraham sends his concubine Hagar and their son Ishmael into the wilderness. His treatment of the subject is notable for its emotional depth and psychological insight. The figure's expressions convey a range of emotions, from sorrow and despair to resignation and hope, inviting viewers to contemplate themes of abandonment, forgiveness, and divine providence. A View in Delft. This landscape painting showcases his skillful use of light and atmosphere to create a sense of depth and perspective. The tranquil scene, featuring a winding river, picturesque buildings, and a distant church spire, captures the charm and beauty of the Dutch countryside. His meticulous attention to detail and subtle manipulation of color and texture infuse the scene with a sense of serenity and harmony. Self-portrait. In this intimate self-portrait, he presents himself as a young artist with a thoughtful expression and a hint of melancholy in his eyes. The paintings offer a rare glimpse into the artist's psyche, inviting viewers to contemplate the challenges and aspirations of the creative process. His sensitive portrayal of his own likeness reflects his mastery of portraiture and his ability to capture the complexities of human emotion. Carroll died on October 12, 1654, in Delft, the Netherlands. He was buried in Oude Kerk Church in Delft. He was killed in an explosion of the Delft gunpowder magazine. The explosion destroyed a quarter of the city along with his studio and many of his paintings. Only about a dozen of his paintings have survived. His death was a major loss for the art world. He was one of the most talented painters of the Dutch Golden Age, and his work is celebrated for its realism, its use of light and shadow, and its depiction of everyday life. The leading Dutch Golden Age painters. Adrien van Ostade. In the bustling art scene of the 17th century Holland, one name stands out for its unique depiction of peasant life and rustic charm: Adrien van Ostade. Born in Haarlem around 1610, Van Ostade was immersed in a vibrant artistic environment from an early age. The Netherlands of this time was a thriving center of trade, commerce, and culture, with Dutch artists gaining international renown for their innovative techniques and diverse subject matter. Growing up in Haarlem, Van Ostade would have been exposed to the works of prominent artists like Frans Halls and Adrien Brower, whose influence would shape his own artistic style. As a young man, he likely received formal training in the studio of Frans Halls, known for his dynamic brushwork and expressive portraits. Hall's emphasis on capturing the essence of his subjects and his skillful use of light and shadow would leave a lasting impression on Van Ostade's artistic development. Van Ostade's early works reflect his fascination with scenes of everyday life, particularly those of royal peasantry. His paintings often depict peasants engaged in various activities, from drinking and revelry to domestic chores and rustic pastimes. With a keen eye for detail and a gift for capturing the nuances of human behavior, Van Ostade's works offer a glimpse into the world of 17th century Dutch village life. Over the course of his career, Van Ostade's reputation as a master of genre painting grew, attracting numerous students and admirers. His studio in Haarlem became a hub of artistic activity, where aspiring painters sought to learn from the master himself. Among his most notable pupils were his younger brother Isaac van Ostade and the talented Jan Steen, both of whom would go on to achieve renown in their own right. Van Ostade's paintings are characterized by their meticulous attention to detail and their portrayal of everyday life, especially the lives of peasants and royal villagers. His compositions often feature rustic interiors, village squares, or taverns, where peasants are depicted engaging in various activities such as drinking, smoking, playing cards, or engaging in lively conversations. These scenes are imbued with a sense of warmth and familiarity, inviting viewers to immerse themselves in the intimate world of Dutch peasant life. One of the hallmarks of Van Ostade's style is his masterful use of light and shadow to create depth and atmosphere within his paintings. He employed a chiaroscuro-style technique, which involved contrasting areas of light and dark to enhance the sense of drama and realism in his works. This technique not only added visual interest to his compositions, but also helped to emphasize the texture and materiality of the objects and figures depicted. In addition to his skillful handling of light and shadow, Van Ostade was also celebrated for his ability to capture the nuances of human expression and emotion. His figures are often portrayed with a sense of spontaneity and vitality, their gestures and facial expressions conveying a wide range of emotions, from joy and merriment to contemplation and introspection. Through his keen observation of human behavior, Van Ostade brought a sense of authenticity and reliability to his paintings, endearing them to viewers across generations. Van Ostade's work also reflects his keen sense of social commentary and his interest in exploring themes of class, identity, and the human condition. While his paintings may depict scenes of rustic charm and bucolic simplicity, they also offer subtle signs into the social dynamics and inequalities of Dutch society during the Golden Age. By portraying peasants as dignified individuals worthy of artistic representation, Van Ostade challenged traditional notions of hierarchy and status, elevating the genre of genre painting to a new height of artistic significance. His most renowned paintings are The Merry Family. This masterpiece depicts a jovial scene of a family gathered around a table in a cozy interior setting. Van Ostade captures the warmth and conviviality of domestic life, portraying the family members engaged in various activities such as drinking, smoking, and playing music. The painting exudes a sense of harmony and intimacy, inviting viewers to partake in the familial bond and shared joy of the moment. The Peasant Dance. In this lively composition, Van Ostade portrays a group of peasants dancing and reveling in the village square. The scene pulsates with energy and movement as the figures whirl and twirl to the rhythm of the music. Through this painting, Van Ostade celebrates the simple pleasures of communal gatherings and highlights the resilience and vitality of peasant life despite the hardships they may face. The Painter in His Studio. This self-reflexive work offers a glimpse into the artist's studio where Van Ostade himself is depicted at work, surrounded by his tools and materials. The painting not only provides insight into the artist's creative process, but also serves as a testament to his status and reputation as a successful painter. By immortalizing himself in this manner, Van Ostade asserts his place within the artistic tradition and reaffirms the importance of his craft. The Interior of an Inn. Van Ostade's skill in capturing the atmosphere of interior spaces is evident in this captivating scene of an inn. The painting showcases a bustling tavern filled with patrons engaged in various activities, from drinking and socializing to playing cards and smoking pipes. Through meticulous attention to detail and subtle use of light and shadow, Van Ostade creates a sense of depth and realism, inviting viewers to step into the scene and immerse themselves in the bustling ambience of the inn. The Fish Market. This vibrant composition depicts a bustling market scene teeming with activity as fishmongers and customers haggle over their wares. Van Ostade's keen eye for detail is on full display here, as he meticulously renders the various fish, produce, and market stalls with remarkable accuracy. The painting not only serves as a snapshot of daily life in 17th century Netherlands, but also underscores Van Ostade's mastery in capturing the essence of bustling marketplaces and the vitality of urban commerce. Adrien van Ostade died on May 2, 1685 in Haarlem, the Netherlands. He was buried at the St. Bavo's Church in Haarlem. The cause of Ostade's death is unknown. He was 74 years old. Ostade's death was a major loss for the art world. He was one of the leading genre painters of the Dutch Golden Age, and his work is celebrated for its realism, its use of light and shadow, and its depiction of everyday life.